Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Folks, it is Monday, and I've been off for a couple of days. I'm not going to lie. I've been working in my garden and enjoying myself. But we have to get down to business this evening, and all sponsors will get an extra 30 days free promotion. Let me just say that right now. All sponsors, an extra 30-day free promo along with what you already have, okay? Angel Reese, they did her dirty. I'm going to keep it so real, and I'm talking about the open press conference introductions that they had for the public, for all to see. Angel Reese, the number 7 overall pick for the Chicago Sky, WNBA, a damn near empty gymnasium, no fans, and only a couple of reporters. And, you know, Angel Reese is a champion. A champion. I can't play basketball. Why are they doing her like that? I mean, I have a theory, but I don't want to just put it on the table just yet. It has to do with trying to somewhat sort of break her, mold her, if you ask me, okay? Caitlin Clark, you know the story. They rolled out the red carpet, number 1 overall pick. They had her riding in a Mercedes Sprinter, a crowd cheering. They had little white kids. They had a band. I think they had a DJ and a packed house. You have to tell me whether this was white supremacy, racism, or whether, you know, this was just how it should be. Nah, she hood, yo, she good. A lot of you guys, that's how you think. You know, you don't necessarily want everything that you think you should have on the table, you know, but phone lines are open. Right now, I want to talk about this. Never mind niggas with Bell's palsy dropping 50 points. Never mind the Lakers, who are going to get dealt with, I assure you, in the next game. You can call in and talk hockey if you like. I have been keeping up with the NHL, all right? Also, guys, my showrunner was slavery a necessary evil. Now, we have somewhat sort of touched on this in the past, all right? But David D. Cordova, one of my sponsors, he just posted a video earlier, and whoa, he took it there. It's in my community section. If you get time, go to his channel. He has revamped his channel. He's putting up some really, really good content, all right? Was slavery a necessary evil? Now, I don't want to go all the way back to Pope Nicholas V. You know, I mean, we can if you want to go there. I want to bring it more so up to date. And I want to talk about a modern day philosopher who said a couple years ago, 400 years of slavery sounded like a choice. Troll babies, good evening. Who said that? 400 years of slavery sounded like a choice? And he doubled down on it, okay? I'm talking about Kanye West, a.k.a. Ye. Here in this great nation of ours, America, land that I love, I support, I'm a capitalist. There are many things by way of the building blocks of this great nation that we have to acknowledge, and I don't believe in censoring everything. You know, people are pretty much divided on, you know, critical race theory and other, you know, historical facts and references, but that's something that is always going to be very, very important to me, you know, the origins of this country and slavery. And if you ask me, was it a necessary evil? Give me some time. Because I want you guys to chime in first. I don't want to steer that particular conversation. Skylar Saunders may be tapping in. Anybody else who wants to join that conversation, please email me and let's get you guys on the line early, okay? All right, my phone should be set up. Yeah, I've been busy, and I'll be up in Philadelphia next week. I'll keep you posted. I've got to sign some shit. I stay Sunday and shit, okay? But let's discuss that another time. Crown, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. So he's a star. Oh, yes, the rally for reparations. So somebody sent me an email, and I apologize for not responding. Whoever you are, if you're watching this broadcast, can you resend that email? I was invited to speak at the rally for reparations, and I don't know what happened to the email. I've got what do you call that? Where you don't like things in your trash folder. Not that I sent it to trash, but I can't find the email. Thank you, Crown, for reminding me. The rally for reparations, June the 15th. Okay. TJ, got your donation. I want to. Okay. We're not talking about that tonight. We're not talking about that. But thank you so much for your donation. Let's stay focused, guys, because I'm going to be a little bit rusty tonight. Terrence, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Well, Terrence, call in. I was bothered by the introduction press conference. Again, Angel Reese is a champion. I give her that. Are you a father, sir? If I, a man who has no biological children, but I've got, millions of babies and beautiful trolls, if I was bothered by how she was treated, surely you took part. Yes, you loaned your voice. You did something. Did anybody create some type of AI, introduction press conference? It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. And let's not just, call Angel Reese names. Again, she's too young. I forget how old she is, but, wow, man, it was embarrassing to me, but thank you for your donation. Okay. Blade. Oh, okay. Blade talking crazy. Thank you, Blade, for tapping in early. Okay. I want to get the show started. I want to get right down to business. And I do want to, a little bit later on, tell you guys about my garden. It's beautiful, all right? Hang on a second. And I'm not sure about my audio tonight, guys. Someone please keep me posted. Am I okay? Is the audio okay? It's been a while. Sometimes when I'm away, I come back and things are just chaotic, all right? Area code 272. Good evening. Are you there? Are you up to speed on the topics?
Yeah, what's going on, Star? What's going on, bro?
How are you, sir?
I think the problem thing with Angel Reese, I think she felt like, if you really understand, I think she felt like she didn't get the support she needed because the media, you would thought the media, after what she did last year and she so much, you would thought the focus would have went on her this season. But I think she got too big for herself. The minute you tell the woman NBA, hey, I don't need to play for y'all and I can stay in college with my NI deal because I'm making more money than y'all, that was a smack in them girls' face in the women's NBA. But was she lying? No, she was telling the truth. She was making more money than them with the endorsement, right? But I think what she did was she made it to be about a race thing between her and the other girl, the white girl that was on the other team, or Iowa team, Caitlin, whatever her name is, right? So the minute you put the focus on that girl, they forgot about you. They wanted the ratings, they wanted the TV, and they made her, that girl Caitlin, the poster child for college basketball.
All right, stay with me a second. And please hear me out tonight. Of course, we're going to do some trolling, but I am not calling this young champion names. I'm not clowning her. There's a time when we can do that sort of thing. But this is a young female who has accomplished something that a lot of the younger female basketball players don't get to do. I don't blame her for having ego at that age, for being vanity driven. But I mean, are you blaming Angel Reese? What are you saying? Because I'm looking at the support for Caitlin Clark, and hey, let's be real. White people are on code. They're on code.
I'm gonna be honest. You 100% right. The white supporters are really supporting that girl, right? But not only that, you got to look at all these sports networks. All these sports network. Nobody was talking about Angel Reese. Nobody. Last year they talked about her, but this year it was all about the white girl. And you looking at, and I watch sports. I'm a sports guy. When you watch the sports, when you watch what was going on in the NCAA tournament for the women, right? They never talked about nobody like they talked about her. And you looking at Angel Reese and them going, you looking at LSU, you looking at South Carolina. None of these, Connecticut, none of these teams was getting mentioned.
All right, now hang on a second. Stop right there. I want to jump in. I'm going to give you the last word. You said Angel Reese made this about race. I totally disagree. She what did she did the Tony Yayo face, the Flavor Flav thing. That's just the competitive nature. How did Angel Reese? Hang on. How did she make this about race? And please don't let me forget, you said you know sports. Who was the biggest trash talker in NBA history?
I'm gonna go with Charles Barkley.
No, sir. It's a fact. Larry Bird used to talk down to everybody. If you know basketball, go ahead.
Well, that. No, you was right there, but I was just gonna name him. But if you want to go with Larry Bird was number one.
Every black man who played with him, even Jordan and Barkley, say, "Yo, Larry Bird used to talk crazy to people." Go ahead.
But what I want to say is this: when she was doing the Tony Yayo thing and she responded back, and when she did it, right, the problem was it wasn't a race thing. It wasn't. But the minute she did it to a white girl, the white media fed off of that. Okay. They fed off of that. Okay. And the problem was when the white media was feeding off that, you had the black media feeding off it. And they made it seem like it was a race thing, or they made it seem like who was better at these two girls. But
now hang on. I don't mean to cut you short. I appreciate your input here, but let's bring this back to the introduction press conference. Did you see the press conferences? If not, the video's in my community section. Wow. Come on,
that press conference was like it was deep. It was I wouldn't be able to sit there if I was a father. Because it would have hurt me more to see my daughter up there, but you could tell that she was feeling some pain inside. But she was trying to keep it calm, but you could tell like
she did.
She was feeling some pain.
I give her credit. She did. She did keep it together. Hey man, I gotta take other calls. Thank you. Okay. All right. Let's be clear tonight, folks. I'm saying it was embarrassing, but this is a young champion. Cheryl Miller, sister to Reggie Miller, probably, well, in my opinion, the greatest, female college basketball player, 2 championships. She never made it to the WNBA. I don't even, what year did the WNBA start? I forget anyway, but call in. Let me hear what you have to say. All right. And the showrunner was Slavery a Necessary Evil. If you are a capitalist, and most of you are, even though you try to deny it, and the system of, capitalism is a beautiful system. But people confuse greed or being greedy with, being capitalist. You've heard me say capitalism has no moral base. Now, my favorite philosopher, Ayn Rand, and this is where I disagree with her. This is a sticking point because, of course, she didn't want to be deemed as racist. She gave capitalism a morality of sorts, but it's a little confusing. It's almost like, she's trying, but it doesn't work. For me, capitalism or laissez-faire capitalism, value for value. If someone has pedophilia, right? Or if you have pedophilia, and someone wants to buy it, and you say, well, hey, give me $5,000 for these 50 books. And they say, okay. And they pull out the 5 racks. What would you do? Would you sell it? Let me look right into that goddamn live chat. Would you sell it? That type of material? I don't even want to say the name again. Would you sell that type of material to a person who wanted it based upon, value for value? Give me the cash. Here you go. Do whatever you want to do with it. Whether you hurt yourself or hurt somebody, that's not my issue. 5 racks. That is non-restricted capitalism. I'm just being honest, okay? Lex Diamond's got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Yo, fam, you good? Salute. Lex Diamonds, thank you for your support, sir. Look, Lex Diamonds, are you a Brooklyn nigga? That's a Brooklyn thing, man. Going back to early 80s. Yo, fam, you good? In reality, he's pocket watching. Thank you, sir. Okay. Maurizio, do you want to call in, sir? I would love to get some input here. Don't just follow what I'm saying. I'm just asking the question. Was slavery a necessary evil here in America? Okay. And guys, I have a sponsor here that I want to make sure you take notice to. Okay. www.gurubusinesscenter.com. Reach out to Alicia. If you're trying to put a business model in motion, she can help you. She can help you with the 501c3, putting your home in a trust. For those of you trying to get into the entertainment field, you're going to come into lawsuits at some point. Trust me. And you have to have your home or any type of assets in a trust, or else in that lawsuit, people like me, I'll come after your shit. You have to understand the industry and how someone like Alicia at www.gurubusinesscenter.com can help you, okay? Skylar Saunders, I see you, sir. Sit tight. All right, let's get right down to business here. Let me go to area code 973. Good evening. It's my first night back. Please be mindful of the language. Are you there? 973.
I'm here.
How are you,
I'm
sir?
here.
How are you?
I feel with the Angel Reese, white people just showing you that they're in control. You can't do anything anymore. It's what they want. It's what they want. They want this girl to shine, and you're not going to shine. But Angel Reese going to turn it around. Every black young lady in the WNBA going to turn it around. And they're going to show that this young lady is just a scorer in college, but not in the pros. Gail King, you should be talking about that
well,
too.
Hang on a second, sir. We're talking about Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese. Let's not start jumping around what I should be talking about. You're blaming white people for being on code? I'm confused.
I'm blaming white people for Angel Reese not getting the support.
Oh, God.
Because
stop. I can't co-sign that. Listen, in today's day and time, you have social media. You can pool your resources. Where was Michelle Obama? Where was Angela Rye? Where was Amanda Seales? She was just up on Shannon Sharp. Wasn't she talking about Angel Reese or something? Where were these black women? Why weren't they there at that goddamn introduction press conference? Jill Scott.
Because the media didn't show the love like that. It's all about the media.
Come on, I'll let you finish up.
Huh?
I'll let you finish up.
I just listen. I like Angel Reese. They giving her a raw deal because of last year when she swung the finger in the young girl face, and now the young girl come back this year and beat her. So you got to call it what it is. It's about race.
Okay.
It's always going to be about race.
Okay.
Always.
Is there anything, in your opinion, is there anything that black people or Angel Reese's community can do to make,
they should have. You're right. That stadium
to make sure that something like that doesn't happen again. And what about Shaq? Isn't Shaq her mentor? Didn't he say, I talk to her every day? Where was Shaq? Why wasn't he there?
Because the media wasn't there. Oh. If the media was there, Shaq would have been there.
Got you. Okay.
And everybody else you named.
Okay. I thank you for the call in. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you. You've got the power at your fingertips. You don't need, the bigger machines to tell you how and why you should or shouldn't support someone. I'm saying she's a goddamn champion. Okay, Skylar Saunders, hang on a second. Let's get this man on the line here so we can open up the floor. Okay. Mr. Skylar Saunders, good evening on a Monday. Are you there?
Good evening, sir.
Good to hear
yes,
from
sir.
you.
How are you?
Good. What's cracking?
Absolutely.
Where do you want to start?
We got to start off with this slavery. Totally disagree with you. We agree on a lot of things, but I disagree with you on this. What you were describing with the pedophilia, the material.
Yeah, but please try not to say that word. These algorithms. Let's.
Oh yeah, the algorithm. Right. With that type of material, that's mercantilism or simply commercialism. That's just saying trading this back and forth. Doesn't matter what you do with it. Doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't. I don't care. I'm getting my money.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, and you get your value. But capitalism mainly consists of the government protecting individual rights, which include especially property rights. And what's sad about slavery is human beings were treated as chattel or cattle or animals. They weren't treated as humans. They were even said to be 3/5 of a human being.
That's correct.
To satisfy political lines that were drawn.
That's correct.
So they could be prevented from voting. So I don't think it's a necessary evil. I think it's an evil. I think it was a terrible thing that happened. To it was an audition. It wasn't just Africans. They tried it with the Indians. They tried it with Mexicans. They tried it with Chinese,
Irish.
They tried it with all these different people. Yeah. But the people with the strongest genes, the strongest might physically, were able to last the over 150 years that slavery incorporated.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me just tell someone. They were saying that the audio was a little loud. I'm live. No. Okay. You and I always oppose each other at times for discussions. We have good discussions, even behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
Okay. So with regards to the pedophilia, what about NAMBLA? Okay.
Same thing.
No, hang on. North American Man-Boy Love Association. Why is that even allowed to exist if that is not a crude, lewd organization, but it is allowed to exist? Pardon me. You mentioned the government. I forget how you phrased it. But now, if we look at alcohol. The government, once upon a time, alcohol was, illegal in this country until they learned how to profit from it. Same thing with cannabis. And at some point, if you ask me, sadly, they will allow certain things by way of, I'll just say bestiality, and other things, so that they don't impose on people's rights, wants, needs, and or desires. So slavery to be, let's bring it back to slavery. If it was not a necessary evil, you benefit from it, right? You and other people, you purchase things from these corporations that have made millions and billions and who still do not give anything to the biggest consumers here in America. So should they stop supporting those corporations and those quote unquote goods?
Absolutely. It would have to depend, because if you look at, I'm trying to keep it on focus, but if you look at even like Hugo Boss, Mercedes-Benz, stuff like that from World War II,
right?
They were, providers of the uniforms for the Nazis. They were providers for the vehicles for the Nazis, and it's like, well, that was then. This is now. It's kind of like, you have to look at things as in the now, in the right now, because if you were to do that for every business, because you can probably go back to Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola probably had some kind of ties. Its funding were probably tied to
Coca-Cola. Actually, hang on a second, used to have actual cocaine in the ingredients.
Cocaine. Yep. Yep. That's where the Coca comes from.
they made billions, perhaps trillions worldwide, selling people Coke. You finish your Coke, you say, "God damn, I need another bottle of pop." They used to call it pop. Go ahead. Come on, Skylar. Come on.
Yeah. So it would be, we would have to do a lot of research, because any businesses that go back 150, maybe 200 years. In Delaware, we have the DuPont family.
Right.
I think they were mainly abolitionists, most of them, but some of them were in favor of slavery. So you would have to look at and say, oh well, am I going to take this Teflon pan? Am I going to wear this Kevlar helmet? Am I going to wear these core fams because this was a family that was for some of the family members were for slavery? It'd just be a whole cluster. You know what?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you and I have had these conversations on multiple occasions, but if we're talking about, again, or as you pointed out, not supporting certain products, corporations, or endorsing certain things, Jay-Z and Dame Dash, or however they came up with Rockefeller, I forget, they took that name from someone who supported eugenics, right? During World War II, and just so I mean it gets deep, but I'm saying it was a necessary evil. Go ahead and finish up, Skyler.
Okay, so I totally agree. Excuse me, I totally disagree. Okay. Respectfully.
Okay, yeah.
It was not necessary that we should have that. It should have been, but it works in a weird way. Like, I'm not going to say God because we don't believe in God, but history works. His story works in a weird way. Yeah, his story works in a weird way because it was like, well, I'm going to take you Africans, and this is going to be your ticket into America, and we're going to see what you do with your ability, your skill, whatever makes you different, separates you from other people. And look what happened with African Americans. They started something completely, just revolutionized the world with their music, especially, but also the other arts and sciences. And it's never been equaled anywhere in the world. Never.
Before you go, Scarlett, because I enjoyed talking to you guys. This is one of my sponsors, Skylar Saunders. Please go to his YouTube channel. He's more than a sponsor. I respect this man. He's a great writer. To be clear, did the European approach the Africans and the Arabs with regards to purchasing slaves, or were these slaves offered to the European?
Oh, they were clearly offered, but they just took it. They just took the reins. They're like, the Africans, oh, y'all giving them up? Okay, great. Like the late great Paul Mooney said, we should be going after the African, he said it now. I don't think so now, but he said, we should be going after the Africans, because they were the ones that didn't come back for us. That's what he said, about black people.
Yeah, facts. Skyler, great to talk to you, man. Thank you so much.
Great talking to you. Thank you very much for calling. I appreciate you, sir.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. And also, can I just promote real quick?
Yeah, please. Go ahead.
Vocal.media. Just type in my name, SKYLERSAUNDERS. And also, like Mr. Train had just spoke about my channel. I'm creeping on a come up, as they say, in my little dinghy. But I'm still getting a few more views and a few more subscriptions, and all the analytics are peaking up.
Great,
so
great.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Skyler. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Skyler Saunders tapping in. Guys, also on the screen, toastandslice.com. It's another one of my sponsors. Okay. And folks, I've been off for a couple of days, so all of my sponsors will get an extra 30 days free promotion. If you're watching or if you have any concerns, please email me. We'll make sure that everything is extended for you, okay? But if you go to www.toastandslice.com, you can get any large size pizza for free with the purchase of an equal or lesser pizza, okay? That's if you're in the Atlanta area, the Atlanta metro area, okay? www.toastandslice.com. Also, salute to Dana with the data. Dana hit 100,000 subscribers. Go ahead, girl, doing the damn thing. Okay. The commissioner, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Angel got the Sha'Carri Richardson treatment. You lose, you die. Okay. Well, now, to be fair, Caitlin Clark lost. She doesn't even have a ring. Not a college championship. Do they give them rings They probably do at this point. You know, I mean, back in the days, you know, I don't know if they gave them rings for college championships, but thank you for your donation, the commissioner. Okay. Is it Samantha? I got your donation. She says, what the? Oh, where the F have you been all weekend? Hey, Samantha, I've been here in Emerald Isle working in my garden. I started on Thursday, and I got so consumed back and forth to Home Depot, then to Lowe's. I'm going to show you guys. Just give me another couple of days, but I've been having a great time. I've been planting so many different types of vegetables. You know, that's what I've been doing. I haven't been, going anywhere. I was supposed to head down to Myrtle Beach. I didn't even get there this past weekend, but thank you for your donation, Samantha. Okay. Okay. Houston, I see you. So are you tapping in? Houston, thank you for your support. Okay. And let me acknowledge, hey, Shelly, good to hear from you. Thank you for checking on me. Okay. Also, JG, I got your donation. Okay, salute to Tank for shining a spotlight on Floyd Mayweather's toupee and beard transplant, which doesn't get discussed often. Okay. Did Tank smash Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Yaya? That's what I heard Ryan Garcia say recently. Troll babies, anybody know about this? Now, is Yaya the one who has the baby with NBA Youngboy? I'm a little confused. Or did he smash her before she got with NBA Youngboy? Just on some messy shit, okay? Ramona got your donation. Star, I guess I lost my bet. The active shooter in North Carolina didn't get you. LOL. Check your email. Send some prank videos. Thank you so much. Okay, hang on a second, guys. I have been swamped for all the right reasons. Area code 773. Good evening. We're talking about the embarrassing, the sad introduction press conference for Angel Reese. You have to speed. 7.
Yes, I am, Star.
How are you, sir?
Peace. How you doing tonight, brother?
Peace, brother.
Oh, hey, I'm glad you're back in the house, Ali Kwan.
So we're having a black show tonight. It's okay to call me brother. I'm bothered by how Angel Reese was done dirty. I'm bothered. Come on.
Hey, respectfully, I'd rather talk about the slavery issue, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Hey, one, I just would like to remind the audience, slavery happened all over the world. It was not unique for the United States or the Western Hemisphere, right? The only thing unique about over here was the distance for the Atlantic slave trade, that aspect of it. But happened throughout history. Okay. Slavery took place.
Okay.
And also, we have the luxury to view it from a 21st century aspect.
Right.
Of course, right. Now it's wrong. At the time, it was a normalized historic practice.
Yes.
So it just sounds silly. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is great evil. Yeah, it was from a 21st century perspective or a 20th century perspective. At the time, it was the norm from Japan to North America.
Right.
The Indians were taking slaves amongst other Indian nations. You know what I'm saying? That Great Wall of China. Do you think that was built by employees? The Great Wall of China?
Right.
Nah. Wait. Hey, you lose the war.
Right.
You lose the war, guess what?
Right.
We're going to kill. Well, we're going to do whatever we want with your women. I want to respect the internet.
Algorithms.
But you lose a war.
Yeah.
We're going to do what we want to do with your women. And guess what? If we don't kill your men off, they're going to be conscripted to service for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying?
Can I jump in? Stop right there. I appreciate everything you said. And with that being said, shouldn't people look at the folklore from the Holy Bible and other religious doctrines as, they worked for that time. But we're smarter now, and we know that certain things aren't right. As you just said, we knew that wasn't right then. And I mean, you can go back to Pope Nicholas V if you want, you know, because he what was that thing? PayPal or something, I forget, with regards to the Catholic Church and giving people the right to kill and enslave enemies of Christ. Yes?
Yeah. It went on throughout history.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping I'm answering your point. Hey, Genghis Khan, when him and his mob roll through, if they don't just kill everybody, guess what, homie? You're getting put in conscription.
Yeah.
That's how the world works. And so, like, hey, just get old. Hey, it's just, hey, what I like about you, Star, hey, and even when it comes to this Angel Reese thing, right? And the brothers calling and they're talking about the media this, the media that. No, you're like, no, make your own platform. We don't need big corporate media no more. We really don't. So and this kind of goes to that little reparations stuff. Again, if I'm gonna get a reparations check, cool. To me, it's kind of demeaning for us as a people to still be on that. Hey, but I get it. By law, yes, the United States could and should be held accountable.
If I can jump in right there, so I'm gonna let you finish up. Well, listen, I'm a businessman, and if anybody gets anything, I want in. I want in. Right. You know, a wise man once said, if a nickel bag is sold in Central Park, I want in. Go ahead and finish up.
Hey, that's fact. Well, look, hey, again, I'm out here in San Diego, right? Nice. And I talk to you all the time.
Okay.
It's so funny. When our people, especially these people pushing this reparations talk, they always talk about the advantage that Whitey got over what white people. Hey, a lot of these people, and you know this because you're a travel man, and a lot of your audience knows this too. A lot of people that's walking around here that you would think are white, they ain't even white. Yeah. They from Lebanon, they're from Syria, you know what I'm saying? But you're automatically throwing them in this white category. Yeah. When, dude, these aren't the people that were responsible, nor the descendants that were responsible. Right. So therefore, you got to expect a pushback in the government by these elected representatives. If somebody came over here, and again, everybody got different types of oppressions. Well, hey, you talk to a Ukrainian, ask them what was happening during World War II to their people. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's been nasty all over the world. Our experience here as Black people, as unique as it is, it's been suffering around the globe since the beginning of time. So stop acting like bitches and let's make our money in America, man.
Nice.
That's it.
Good to talk to you again. Good to talk to you, man.
All right, peace, Star.
Thank you. Peace. Okay. Call me Brother Star tonight. I was bothered. You know, I'm getting ready to be 60. But if you ask me, I've been here before. I'm 375. Anyway, that's another story. I saw that press conference. I didn't laugh and snicker. I said, damn. Well, where's, you know, give me some other names. Who else should we say? Where's so-and-so at? Or where were they at? I said, damn. It was like empty chairs when she walked in, Angel Reese. She had on some sweats and some sneakers. She said, hey, y'all, you know. But she kept her composure. She was smiling. Man, she was smiling with overkill. Yes, no? She's giggling. She had to. It was embarrassing. Okay, so she was the 7th pick. But she's got a ring. Now, if that were an older Black woman, I'd tear her apart from limb to limb. I'd call her all sorts of mammies, and I'd accuse her of somewhere throughout her travels of having ruined the life of a Black man. But that's a young girl. Give me a second, guys. I want to make sure my sponsors are getting their shine tonight. linktr.ee/learn.creo. They've got barbecue merchandise there. Barbecue, you know, in Haiti, the rebel, the leader, leading a resistance. Okay, go purchase some barbecue merch. Okay. And I'm going to be promoting another one of my sponsors this evening just to make sure I'm on top of my game, okay? Because I have been enjoying the last couple of days here in Emerald Isle, North Carolina, okay? Pow, there you go. BOK, the dating app for black singles. Is it Miranda? Hi, Miranda. I got your donation. What is it? She's sending me some type of, okay, pranks. I'll check that out after the show. I used to love those prank videos where people, crazy white boys, they go up to people who are getting ready to sit down and they pull the chair before you get ready to sit down, and people fall and then they get up and start chasing them. Oh, my goodness. Hold on a second. The troll babies. Do we want to speak to White Boy Rory? Or should I ban White Boy Rory tonight? It's a black show. We don't need him calling in, trolling. Yo, OG! Hang on a second. There he is in the queue. Troll babies, do we ban White Boy Rory tonight? Because he'll go in. He'll go in. I mean, as he should. Why can't I see this person's donation? Holy smokes. There's some issue here with... I'll have to reopen that in a second. Hold on, guys. Area code 678. Good evening. Are you there? It's Monday night. We're talking about a few topics. Are you up to speed?
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. How are you?
Oh, I'm pretty good. How are you?
Good. Where do you want to start?
Okay, let's start with Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
Situation. Not Caitlin Clark, but Angel Reese.
Angel Reese.
I did see the press conference, and it was a bit disturbing, But at the same time, I can't make too much noise because just like you said in the previous caller said, he said, where's the black media? Where are black celebrities? It just seems we don't celebrate our own like champions until the others do, and that's when we follow through. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like there's no validation until they're validated by the others, and that's when we come in. Hey, we want to put the mic in their faces then.
Yeah. If I can put this on the table, where was Oprah, the OWN network? Where was Revolt TV? Where was BET? Where was Janelle Monáe? Where was Issa Rae? Hang on. Where was Tyler Perry to celebrate the emergence of this young champion? Come on, let's go. Come on.
Right. And I just look at it as it was disturbing and disappointing. It's very disappointing to see. I saw it. I was like, wow. I looked at the link that you sent, and it was like I compared the two. I put both. I looked at both at the same time. And I'm like, wow, what a contrast. That's the definition of contrast. And I want to talk about the slavery, the evil. You said slavery a necessary evil.
What was slavery a necessary evil
Good question.
in this country?
Good question.
Go ahead.
Hey, don't take this the wrong way. With all due respect, please don't take this the wrong way. When I saw that, I was like, "Ooh, it's got to be a rhetorical question." Don't take it the wrong way. Let me finish up.
Come on.
So my question is this. Was slavery, or it's not slavery, is evil necessary? Was evil necessary back then? Or is it necessary just in general? No. So the question is no. I look at it as it's just a premeditated action and mindset. You know what I mean? That's all that is. It's just a premeditated action and mindset. It doesn't have to happen. Evil does not have to be. That's all I had to say.
well, stay with me. I'm hearing you out, but at the same time, there was a medieval period in human history, there were things that were thought to be right and just once upon a time. We can even go to the Spanish Inquisitions if you like. But I really want to bring it to America, this great nation that we live in. I'm a proud American. But at the same time, we are the colonizers. We are the killers. We are the bomb makers. Let's not get it twisted.
Right.
And many of us, and if we want to just focus on people of color, you know, niggas love to show out. Don't tell yo, this shit I'm wearing here. This is this is the prototype. Y'all ain't up on this, and you can't get this. Huh?
Exactly.
Y'all niggas is bums. You're dating basic bitches.
You're right. You're hitting the nail on the head, my man. For real. So you know, I look at it like that, man. I'm not a historian. I'm at all.
No, am I? I'm a dropout. But good. Go ahead.
I'm sure you know more than me. So I'm just keeping it simple, you know, in terms of common sense. Okay. You know, is it necessary? Is evil necessary? On a common sense level, no, it's not. Right. If everyone had let's say if everyone just had...
I don't mean to cut you short. I want to give you the last... No. I want to give you the last word, but I want to pull it back to the topic. You've tried to go in a different direction. Okay, I gave you that time. Was slavery a necessary evil? That is the question, please.
The short answer is no.
Okay.
No way. Absolutely not. It's almost like if anyone said yes, it's almost like you're indirectly or directly validating that. Okay. So there's no excuses. There should have been a time in which there was a law mandated that you could go to what's called a courtyard and see someone being hung. That was law. That was okay.
Good point.
That was okay. And I wasn't there back then, but sometimes I do a lot of meditating, right? Sometimes I just ponder. I be thinking about the ancestors. I'm like, yo, back in the days, we were like being sought after like that. Yeah. You know, we couldn't go anywhere without being, stalked. And I mean, I just put myself in my ancestors' shoes.
Okay, so I have to take other calls. Thank you.
I understand. Yeah, yes, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Guys, on the screen, BLK, the dating app for black singles, free download. Make sure you go there. Tell them Star sent you. It's the #1 dating app, okay? Founded in August 2017 by the Match Group. BLK is the authority on black love and relationships, connecting individuals and meaningful connections and authentic expression, okay? 10.5 million downloads and counting. It's free. Go there and please say that I sent you. Let's get back to this show. Come on, let's do a deep dive here this evening. Was slavery a necessary evil? Drug dealing, is it a necessary evil? People want drugs. I've got what you need, supply and demand. I'm trying to get up in that new thing, I need to look the part and play the role. Come on over here. I got what you need. Let me serve you. Let me serve your next of kin. I got it. Is what I'm doing evil? I don't know. Right now, it's not, the right thing to do, but who knows? They're trying to update the laws, yes? Trying to legalize drugs, so who's to say it's illegal? Okay, you want to smoke a little crack rock. I'm trying to get some new Pirelli tires. I'm trying to get up on those Continental tires, you know? I'm trying to get my girl one of those new herringbones. Come on, kids, gather around. You know what? Fuck it. He just sent in 2 donations. He said, yo, OG, you ain't ducking me, are you? White boy Rory, there you are. Okay. I got your donation.
I heard it was a black show tonight, so I wanted to call in.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
And salute.
Come on, you there?
Go ahead, babe.
Go ahead, you have the floor.
Yeah. I want to say salute to all the brothers in the live chat that want to ban me. You know, it would be like me being on the same tier as you in jail. You brothers got to pull your money together and bail me out if you can't live with me, man. You got to pull your money together and bail me out of this joint if you can't live with me on your tier. You know, if the white boy rocks too hard for you, you gotta get your money together and bail me out of this jail. You know?
Yeah. Let's get to it. Did you see the video, the Angel Reese introduction press conference in comparison to Caitlin Clark?
Yeah, I seen it. That was the most ghetto introduction I ever seen in my whole life. I mean, that was bad. That was bad. You know, that was bad, man. That looked, you know, she portrays herself as like a tough hood girl from Baltimore, and that's exactly what they gave her. That, you know, that looked like it was held in a community center in the basement of a project building. You know, when she walked through the doors, I seen the metal detectors on the side of the doors. And I was like, man, look at this ghetto ass shit right here. Holy cow, you know. And I think she knew where she was going because, you know, for somebody that signed, you know, to the WNBA, and this is going to be her professional debut in front of the cameras, you know, she showed up looking like she was going to a community center in a project basement. She had a pair of baggy sweats on and a 10-pound weave. You know, so she stuck true to character with her ghetto fabulous stuff. Wow. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. Now, did you notice what type of sneakers she was wearing? I did not catch that. Was she wearing something fly and jiggy, or was she wearing some old New Balance? I did not.
You know, I wasn't watching her feet. I think she's a pretty woman. But she probably got feet bigger than a man, so no, I definitely wasn't watching her feet. You know, yeah, you know them things are funky. You know those are funky as hell. Playing her ass off, running around the basketball court and all of that. You know them feet are hammer time, funky as hell. She got, you know, smelling worse than chitlins. But you know, it's not Caitlin's fault that that you know, white people are able to show up at where she was drafted, to the team she was drafted in, and support her. That's not a racist thing. I think that it just goes to show you a difference in society. I mean, Angel Reese is in Chicago, so even if a lot of black people or black fans of her in Chicago wanted to show up, they couldn't show up depending on what side of the city that is. You know, because in Chicago, black people get to shooting each other, but, you know, they don't like each other depending on where they're from. One's a BD, one's a GD. So that's, you know, that
the white boy's going in. Pay attention. He's going in. Come on, keep coming. Again.
Yeah, there's no such thing as black people on code. There is no code. They're their own worst enemy. You know, white people ain't going into Chicago and shooting people and you know, harming black Americans. No, black Americans are handcuffed by their own people. Like I said, if depending on what part of the city that event was held at, or, you know, what community center that was held at, half the other part of the city couldn't attend that because they would get shot and killed just because they were from the other side of the city.
Gotcha.
You know?
Gotcha.
So, I think that was I think it was great. I think it was a great press conference. I love that she showed up in baggy sweats to a community center in the hood with metal detectors, and I love that Caitlin Clark showed up to a red carpet and a full house. And
Caitlin Clark, hang on a second. Her skirt was some type of designer skirt. I couldn't find by way of research what it was. It looked like she was wearing some Jimmy Choo shoes. The red carpet, the little white kids.
She was getting paid for all of that.
With the flags, the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. They were on code. You white people were on code. Come on.
Swag level on 1,000. Tough home girl from Baltimore. I guarantee she went home crying after she seen the comparison of the rollout for the two of them. Caitlin Clark never really portrayed herself as anything but an athlete. And then you have Angel Reese, who I like, but I have to be critical of her because, she plays the villain, and then she starts crying when people start, talking to her nasty online.
I want to jump in right there. You see, this is the reason why I'm really, really approaching this a little different because of her age. If she were older, I would tear her from limb to limb. But it's not just that she's somebody's daughter, granddaughter. She's young, and she should be allowed to make mistakes. Okay, so she did the yayo thing once upon a time. Is she supposed to be villainized throughout her entire NBA career? Okay, she won a championship. Let her move on. This whole hood thing, unless that's what she's projecting on her IG page, I don't know. I don't follow her. I've been to her page. She's a female. They're all vanity driven. But I just want to say that with regards to her age again, for those who have daughters, granddaughters, nieces, stepchildren, they do a lot of shit that you have to look at and say, oh, well, she's young. Let me just turn my fucking head. Okay, Rory.
No, I agree with you on that, Star. I definitely agree with you on that. That's why I wouldn't call her out her name or anything like that. No. I'm criticizing her persona that she puts out there. Right. But I wouldn't call her any names or degrade her in a certain way because you're right. She's young.
Too young.
And young people are allowed to make mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't think she's going to change. I think she's going to be true to form, and she's going to be a tough hood girl in the WNBA. And I foresee more crazy things that she's going to say.
Okay.
And I foresee more crazy attitude and neck rolling and jive ass turkeying coming out of her. I foresee that. I don't think that's changing. I don't think that's going to change at all. All right. Not one bit.
Do you want to touch on, was slavery a necessary evil, or I'm going that direction?
Oh hell yeah, I want to touch on that.
Let's go, white boy.
I believe it was. That doesn't mean that I'm okay with it or that I agree with it. But if you're talking about from the point of a formation of a country or a state, yes, I think slavery was necessary for them to become a prosperous country. Yeah. I don't agree with it. I don't think it's right. But I think it was, I think that America wouldn't be as prosperous or wouldn't have got as far as they did in a short amount of time if it wasn't for slavery and free labor. And, my ancestors were slaves too.
I was just about to say, for those who don't know, your ancestors, the Irish, were enslaved. Go ahead and break that down for the people who don't know your history, they're hearing you for the first time.
Yeah, we were slaves. Yeah, not only were we slaves in our own country by an occupying force, we were also slaves in Australia, halfway across the world. Very similar to the African American experience as far as slavery goes. They came, they put us on what was called the prison ship, same thing as a slave ship, no different. And we were sent to Australia, which was a barren land that had nothing. And we were used as slaves to build up Australia, deforest the coastline, and, build it into what it is today by the English. And like I said before, the same peoples that enslaved African Americans in this country, they were just the sons and daughters of the people that enslaved the Irish. Those were English settlers that moved over here, that had learned the trade by slaving my people. And we were sent to a climate that was very hot and very raw. Ireland's not like that.
Right.
So I would say over three quarters of the Irish people that were captured and enslaved and sent to Australia died on the voyage. And they just threw the bodies into the sea. Yeah. They didn't bring them
shark food
to Australia.
Shark food.
Right. They fed it was shark food. But the difference is, and what's annoying with Black Americans is that they're very hung up on the whole slavery thing. They're really hung up on it.
Hang on, white boy. Hang on, white boy. I think they should be hung up on it, and I think that they should never let it go. And until somebody gets broken off, I think they should keep grinding, keep pounding, and always bring that shit up. Go ahead and finish up.
I'm cool with that.
Finish up.
I told you I'm cool with reparations. I'm cool with that. But the difference is like a lot of people use their history when they come from a history of oppressed people. They use that as motivation, and they use that as pride, and they use that as a sense of like, my people couldn't be broken. No matter what we went through, we're still here. We couldn't be broken. And a lot of times, with the African Americans, it's like they still feel like they're second-class citizens, and that's a mindset. You're here, you're not going anywhere, and I'm okay with the reparations.
You just described the teachings of the Torah.
Don't get so emotional about it.
Hey. You just described the teachings of the Torah. But hey, man, I appreciate you.
Cool. All right, sir.
Talk to you later. Okay. White boy Rory tapping in. Yeah, he sent me 3 donations. Yo, OG, don't curve me on this one. Guys on the screen, www.hudsontubs.com. Maurice, I thought about you yesterday. If you're out there, Maurice at HudsonTubs.com. Do you also do refrigerator restoration? I saw a video with a refrigerator from like the 50s or the 60s, and a family paid to have it restored, and holy smokes, it was beautiful. Now, he does bathtub restoration and commodes and other things, shower, pieces and what have you. But refrigerator or stove restoration, that's where the real money and value can come in with regards to antique homes. Everybody doesn't want everything all modern, marble floors, the island in the kitchen. But reach out to him. He'll give you a free consultation. His name is Maurice, www.hudsontubs.com. Okay. Okay. Food, peace, and self-care. Good evening. I got your donation, sir. Breaking news. Uzi Vert changed his name to Lil Boosie Vert. Did you mean to say Bussy? Okay. He wants to throw some shit in the game here. Okay. Someone sent me, thank you, Miranda. I'll check that out later. You sent me some prank links. Thank you so much. Anybody want to talk about, guys, let me see if you're up to speed. Who is either just bouncing back or still suffering from Bell's palsy, and they dropped 50 points on the New York Knicks? Me left-handed had a good conversation about that one. And Florida boy Jay. Spirit, I got your email. He says, good evening, Star. Had been under okay for a couple of weeks. Hey, man, I got you. Spirit, your sponsorship is extended another 30 days. I hope you're doing well, sir. Spirit. Hang on a second. Let me make sure I have your information to put on this showrunner here. You are good money with me, sir. Thank you for the email. Anybody else who is a quote-unquote sponsor, please make sure that I have your information, okay? I got pocket watching. Where is Spirit's information? I'm going to have to look in another folder here, but let me bring in a caller and I'll come back, all right? Brandon L., I got your donation. Thank you so much. Young Kobe got your donation. Star, we might be able to answer that question when humans become the new slaves of AI. Oh, man. That's a very, very good donation. I don't know about that one, sir. Would it be a necessary evil? Well, what about when you have artificial intelligence creating other artificial intelligence? And then, as you just said, if you didn't say that in full context, when they come to the conclusion, humans are weak. There's no real need for a human. They just consume food and they produce waste. Too much waste. We have to kill the humans. Area code 678. Good evening. Are you there on a Monday? 6.
Yeah, what's up?
78. How are you, sir?
Yeah, how's it going? Hey, I just want to chime in on that topic about the slavery was necessary evil.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I say for blacks, nah, because back then, man, you gotta understand the pedophile murder shit they was doing. Like,
please be careful with that word, sir, with the algorithms. You said it once. Let's not say it again, please. Go ahead.
You talking about the S word? Oh, my bad.
Well, no, the P word with regards to, people and certain fetishes, because these algorithms are crazy and I'm trying to monetize. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, I got you. They were strong arming black girls and black boys. And they were forcing the son to have sex with the mother. They were doing all type of, nasty stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm not to say no. And I'll say it probably was necessary. Nah. It wasn't necessary evil. It was I'll say no to necessary evil.
Okay.
But if I was to do something like go out my way to rebel against the oppressors, now that's right there is necessary evil. Because you got too many black people that's not on code. Mm-hmm. Too many black people talking about it's all right now. Everything's good now.
Right.
I swear, man, we in an era now we just got a bunch of soft, pathetic black people.
Right.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Let me ask you a question. Now, what about the gay slaves? I've spoken about gay slaves going back to 2002 because I keep all of my show notes in chronological order, and from time to time I do searches. Because I always have notes and different show topics and bullet points. What about the gay slaves? Every black person wasn't raped that was either brought over here from Africa or who was already here. Yeah, a lot of gay slaves. What about those people?
Honestly, I never heard about them. I just thought that they eventually became that because they was being, messed with as a little kid by the oppressors. But I never knew that they was already established gay slaves. I didn't know that at all.
Well, hang on, sir. Let's just have that conversation. You don't think that there were any homosexuals in the continent of Africa prior to slavery here in America?
Honestly, not. Because I don't think they even like that. They don't even play that. They don't even play that. I don't think they play that homosexual stuff in the continent of Africa. I never came across, any gay person out from Africa. If anything, they'll go against that. I think they've known to go against that.
Sir, I've known many gay Nigerians, people from different parts of the continent of Africa. I've known many gay Jamaicans.
Now Jamaicans, yeah.
Yeah. Batiman business over there. But now, hang on a second, just to not trying to stump you or anything, but So in the continent of Africa, you don't think that anybody were never gay prior to slavery in America? Never.
Honestly, not from my knowledge, because it was a clip they had played where this interview was happening in Africa, and there was a chick that was a lesbian, and the interviewer told her, "Why are you gay?"
Yeah,
I
know that clip, but now, what do you think that rape and murder ever occurred in Africa prior to slavery in America? Rape and murder.
Oh yeah, of course, man. You just take a look at South Africa, how that happened, how that came about, with the quote unquote apartheid.
Yeah.
Man, man, that was crazy.
Okay.
That was crazy. Man, I just want to say, man, all y'all black people, man, stop with this pretty nonsense. Stop with this pretty boy complexion. It ain't about being pretty.
Got you.
It's about trying to rule and prosper.
I thank you for the call, sir. Thank you.
All right, man.
Okay.
Peace.
There was no gay Africans in Africa. In all of those countries. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second, guys. I'm looking for something here in one of my folders. It's my first night back. I've been away, but all sponsors will get an extra 30-day free promotion. No ifs, ands, or buts. Okay. I am looking for Spirit's showrunner information. Spirit, if you're out there, sir, and if you have the time, can you send me a link to your YouTube channel, please? I can make your banner really apartment. I can put you in the showrunner really quick. I don't know what happened. I was probably sipping one night and threw away an entire goddamn folder. Also, guys, holy smokes, David D. Cordova, you have to go to David's YouTube channel. Let me put this in my showrunner, okay? Right now in my community section is a video from David. He revamped his page. He wants to smoke. He's popping. He's lit. He did a very, very good, detailed, a short video, but very knowledgeable. He's a knowledgeable guy. There you go. YouTube.com/@DVD1646. His new video, okay? Hold on a second. Let me just respond to an email here real quick. Please send YouTube link. No, what happened to that goddamn showrunner? Sheesh. Rondell, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Salute, brother star, beloved fam. Peace, family. Folks, from time to time, I have to switch it up. You know this already. Angel Reese is too young for a man of my age to be sitting here just taking shots at her. That's somebody's baby, somebody's granddaughter, and she's a champion. Okay, hang on a second, guys. Our Ramon, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay. Foreman Mills. Hey, Star, I've always listened to your show. Okay. Bro, I need help. Can you loan me $200 until next Friday or give me 85% of Super Chat money? I'll pay you back on God. Send me an email. Not saying that I'm going to loan you anything, but let me see who you are. I thank you for your donation you just sent in. But I'm the type of guy who has always, for decades, when I go through the hood, I ask people first, yo, let me hold something, man. Yo, let me hold something. I'll ask a nigga for $2. Not that I need it, but just to, to put him on the spot, under pressure. Yo, let me hold something. I see you styling and profiling. Let's get back to the phone calls here. You and I have to talk. You and I got to talk.
Salute, big nigga. Salute. It's your boy Jay Bandit.
Jay
Salute,
Bandit. No. We gotta talk. Did you get drunk and crash out again, my nigga?
Nah, not recently. Nah.
Listen, man, you're from Jersey.
What you see?
You're from Jersey. I fuck with you. You're from Jersey. I fuck with you heavy. But Amy said you were blacking out again in the comment section. She said, "I put your Jersey buddy on timeout." What you doing? Come on, man.
Man. I was promoting my channel. You said put my link tree. I was putting my link tree.
But you went crazy. Holler at me behind the scenes. Send me a link to your channel, and then I'll talk to her. Let's talk later. I gotta go, man. I'll fuck with you though.
All right, salute.
Jay, the troll babies. Does Jay Bandit? Does he get like out there on that shit allegedly, and just start like spamming every goddamn body? Sheesh. Or am I to blame? Do I attract the crazies? I think there might be some truth to that because all throughout my life, certain people just gravitate towards me. Holy shit. Area code 646, good evening. We're having a discussion about the Angel Reese introduction press conference. Are you there?
Yes, hello. Thank you for taking my call.
Hey, how are you? Good evening.
Okay, so I want to start with the slavery topic. I want to be a little bit of a contrarian right now.
Okay.
And I would say that slavery was a necessary evil for African Americans. I don't care about all the slavery around the world. I'm just speaking strictly for African Americans.
Okay.
Because if you look at hindsight, the things that the descendants of those African Americans contributed to this world, we're talking about air conditioning, gas masks, fountain pen, bicycle, traffic lights. Like, without slavery, those things don't come about. Like, I understand slavery was terrible, I'm not condoning it, but without those things, society as we know it now probably would never have progressed. So I'm going to throw that out there. And then for the Angel Reese,
hang on, stay with me. I'm so glad you put that on the table. And I didn't get a chance to mention just yet, Republican Senator Tom Cotton from Arkansas, once upon a time, described slavery as a necessary evil in his ongoing efforts against the 1619 Project. But I more so just wanted to hear people out with regards to what their personal thoughts were. You made a very good point, though, with the creations of whether they be foundational Black Americans, ADOS, or African Americans. I can even point to someone who people, hold on a second, Charles Frederick. You ever heard of Charles Frederick, the forgotten Black aviator? The Black aviator. Troll babies, you guys have heard of Charles Frederick? So yes, creations, as you just said, by African Americans or foundational Black Americans are significant with regards to the development and growth of this great nation. Go ahead.
Yeah, like the way I look at it, I'm an African American.
Okay.
When you put strong people through, like, you pressure like a rock, it makes diamonds. So, like, my people, we've gone through a lot of pressure, and through that pressure, we have thought of things we would have never been thought about through the struggle, through the hardships. Like right now, I feel like we lost our way, but I think my ancestors going back, we've contributed a lot to this country. So like, not going to take it political, but like when Trump talks about make America great again, I see, a little bit of racist undertones, but I'm American. Like I'm African American, but I look at myself as American because my family has been in war. My family has served this military. So for me to look at this country and be like, well, yeah, nobody, like everybody's getting the short end of the stick. So I understand, like slavery, we deserve reparations. I'm going to put that out there.
Okay.
But we also, as a people, have to look at ourselves. Like I'm gonna bring it to like the Angel Reese, and like if we're mad about that little press conference, well, tell the Shade Room to show up. Tell like our Revolt to show up.
Right.
Like, tell our media. And
Stop right there. I forgot. Hang on. I forgot. Why wasn't the Shade Room there? What they there? You're right. Come on.
Yeah, it's just like, if we are going to get mad, like when I looked at Caitlin Clark's whole little thing, that's middle of America. I could see New York Times there. They like, when Reese comes to your town, and you go to the hood and ask, like, are you going to go see her? Because I guarantee when Caitlin Clark comes to those towns, those suburban moms are going to drive their kids to that stadium, buy them new jerseys,
right,
and they're going to be rooting for Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark. Are we going to do that for Angela Reese? I don't think so, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Like, and if she's upset about it, I say, like, get your weight up. Like, I say, I don't mean to take it there, but like, don't compare yourself to that white woman. Like, you're not her. You're your own. Like Cheryl Miller, she had a lot of coverage. Cheryl Swoop, a lot of coverage. So if you want to get there, work yourself up. Like, you made a name for yourself in college. If you're mad, hold it in. Do like Kobe would do. Remember it. Use it as motivation. And next time you see her on the court, go bust her ass.
Right. Hey, man, I appreciate the call. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Hang on a second. Well, what is this? Somebody said they got in trouble over some type of Dominican joke made during my live stream. Okay, what's that got to do with me? So you're in hot water with law enforcement. So I don't know you. Who are you? Did you repeat the joke? Did a police officer ask you for your license, registration, and insurance, and then you repeated a joke that you heard somebody, I don't know who, say on their show? What are you emailing me about? What do you want? You want a sworn statement? Sheesh. Okay, hold on, guys. This is my nigga Jay Bandit. This nigga did something crazy. Send Troll Babies. What did Jay Bandit do? I can't watch everything. Did he do something crazy in the live chat? Guys, sit tight on the phones, please. Just give me a second. It's my first night back. I was off for a couple of days. I was just enjoying life. Salute to a young black female at Jersey Mike's Subs. I walk in and she gives me the nod and asks me, she says, turkey and provolone, extra oil and vinegar. Give her the thumbs up. She doesn't, make my sandwiches as they're making other people's sandwiches. Sometimes they're putting the cheese on three pieces of bread. No, she takes care of my sandwich alone. Wraps it, shoots it over. I gave that girl a $5 tip. What you talking about? Guys, I'm going to take a break shortly, but right now, again, I want to point you to David's YouTube channel. My showrunner is inspired by, a video he did. Was slavery a necessary evil? And salute to the young man who just called in. He made a great point. Some of the greatest inventors, creators, are foundational black Americans or descendants of slavery, whatever you call yourselves, and you had to go through something. Now, I'm not saying by way of any type of religious reasons that was a good thing. I'm a non-believer. You know that. Most religions to me are folklore, but whatever. Style, swag, influence. African Americans, yes? The most influential, if you ask me. If we just look at jazz, Never mind hip hop, because most people, that's all they talk about. Yo, hip hop, hip hop. Jazz, created here in America by American descendants of slavery. Jazz is for the most part, my second favorite music. Let me just say that. Hey, Shelly, I got your donation. Shelly, you want to call in after the show? She's got a bone to pick with me. Okay, hang on a second. Shelly, I don't do Instagram DMs. Send an email. Hang on a second. Hold on, guys. What is my email address? The hater 1964@yahoo.com. Let me put this on the screen. What I think is a young lady, which could be a nigga with a wig playing games. I'll play a little game because you sent it a donation. I'll play a game here. Here's my email address. Send a picture. I don't do DMs with people. Just too much fuckery for my taste. Area code. Hold on, this person's been on hold for a while. 469, good evening. Are you up to speed on the topics? Area code 469.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How are you? Good evening. Good evening.
I want to speak about is slavery celebrated. What was it?
No, sir, that wasn't the question. No, sir, that's not the question.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I misworded it. I want to say it is because it's celebrated.
No, sir, that's not the question. It's not the question, sir. It's not the question.
Was it necessary evil?
Was slavery a necessary evil? That's the question.
Yes, and what I'm saying is yes, because it is being celebrated in the art. Did you by any chance see the movie Killers of the Flower Moon?
Yeah, but let's more so focus on reality as opposed to theater and art and soul jazz and books. Tell us what you think. In your mind.
Well, movies just as much as music influence many things around us. The movie Oppenheimer as well.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those movies were very sinister because they celebrate oppression. They celebrate, in the case of Killers of the Flower Moon, the taking of the wealth of the Indians and all that. So all of that is a constant reminder of, if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be where we're at now. So was it necessary? I guess it was, because we wouldn't be where we're at now had it not been for that.
If I can jump in and say, to be objective, where are we now? Maybe we're nowhere, sir. Maybe slavery was not a necessary evil. I mean, I'm a capitalist, so I say one thing, but never mind me. What about those who will say, well, where are we? We're nowhere. We still don't have a cure for cancer. People still get glaucoma, cataracts, scurvy, gout, strokes, high blood pressure, heart disease. Where are we? We've got these things that we think are so great, but 80%, if not more, people use these mobile devices, to be vindictive, spiteful, and harassing. Where are we?
Well, we as a country, I would say we're at the top of the food chain. Nobody comes and drops bombs on us. We live a very comfortable life. We meddle where there's a benefit, such as oil and resources as such. So, like I said, we're at the top of the food chain because of the colonizing that happened in this country. That's what makes this country so powerful, is that people come from all over the world to be here. I've never understood why people of Japanese descent who had the bomb dropped on them come here. Same thing with people from Vietnam.
Can I ask how old are you, sir? Can I ask how old are you?
45. 45.
You do know the Twin Towers were taken down, yes? You said nobody drops bombs here. They ran some goddamn planes through the World Trade Center, sir, and took them down.
Well, those are farms.
Some quote unquote real niggas, right?
Yeah. There's exceptions to everything. Absolutely. Yeah, that was a big one. Yeah.
So that was huge. I saw that building,
Absolutely.
the first one go down with my own eyes. I'm in the street. I started screaming like a 14-year-old girl at a Zac Efron concert. I was shook. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've talked to some people, and anytime that I speak to anybody who was in New York at that time, I always ask them what it was like being there that day. And I spoke to this one lady, and she told me she couldn't eat meat for months because she was there at Ground Zero and seeing the body.
Shit got real, my nigga. Shit got real. Yeah.
So was slavery necessary? I mean, colonizers are going to colonize.
Okay.
And you guys have been speaking how like it wasn't just exclusive to the United States. There's been slavery all over.
I want to keep it. I want to keep it on the U.S. Okay. Slavery,
all right,
lesser evil, because as you said, we are the what? What was the wording that you used?
Top of the food chain.
Top of the food chain.
So, what about modern day slavery? Human trafficking.
Well, I'm more so
exploitation of the poor.
Okay. Well, we are the purveyors of lower frequencies here in America, right? We are forcing the rest of the world to accept homosexuality and other things, right? Barack Obama, aka Nickel Slick, he did a lot for that whole global, not just a global economy, but pressuring certain parts of Africa to accept homosexuality. Yes, Barack Obama's administration.
Yeah, he did more for the LGBTQ community than some people would say for the African American community.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
I thank you for your call, sir.
But go ahead.
Finish up. No, finish up.
I was just going to say, also, the reminder of how racist the U.S. is. You do know that Donald Trump took down his picture when he was in office, right?
Sir, Donald Trump is a real nigga. He's not a racist. He's just a real nigga.
Yeah. Oh, come on. He couldn't even stand and look at his black face in the Oval Office while he was there. Yeah, absolutely.
He took down the picture of a simp and a traitor. I'd have taken his picture down too. But thank you for your call, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. You goddamn right. He took Barack Obama's picture down. This whole ass nigga, he sold out his people. Hey, take his picture down. Hang on a second, guys. Tomau got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Caitlin Clark is a handsome lady. #per. Sir, Caitlin Clark just celebrated 1 year with her boyfriend. I saw that picture, Is Angel Reese celebrating with her boyfriend? I mean, I don't know who her significant other is, but to be fair. Monster the Animal got your donation. Here's the 5 back. OG. Okay, thank you, man. Yeah, when I go to the hood, I ask people, yo, let me hold something. Yo, come on, Star, cut it out. That's what they say. When I see people before they see me, I run up on them. Yo, let me hold something, fam. Damn, you eating these days. Especially as people get older, you poke them in the stomach. You say, damn, you eating good. I'm starving out here. Let me hold something. Let me hold something. Let me borrow your car. That's that Brooklyn shit. Okay, hang on a second, guys. Where's Houston? Where are you, man? Did I miss your call? Area code 704. Good evening. Are you there? It's Monday night. 7.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Can barely hear you, sir. You're doing too much.
All right. No. Can you hear me?
Give me a second, guys. This is you're from North Carolina, right?
You already know.
It sounds crazy. Can you call back? It sounds crazy, man. I don't want to hang up on you, but it sounds crazy.
No. All right.
Thank you, man. Thank you. He's a good guy. He knows you can't call in and just, kill the vibe. Uh-oh. Houston, take it easy. Angel Reese is a young female. She's a champion. Let's not call her names, Houston. Are you there?
Okay. Well, can I tell the truth for 1 second?
Yeah, but just
I don't know who Angel Reese is, because they all the same to me. They all the same to me, dog. Can I just tell the truth for a minute? I'm like, man, I don't know who all these. Can I tell the truth for a second?
Come on.
Man, I don't know who these hoes is, man. I'm like, they all the same. I don't give a damn. They, and then, what I think when all these niggas is sitting out here dealing with these different hoes and shit, they be indirectly fucking each other. But that's some other shit.
Houston. Hey, man, I rock with you.
Okay.
No,
my bad.
I rock with you heavy, but I know when you've been sipping the Paul Masson. Let's talk tomorrow, man. Let's talk tomorrow.
Okay, bet.
Okay, my nigga Houston. Good guy. Hold on a second, folks. Foreman Mills, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay. Shanita, thank you for your support. I was expecting more females to call this evening. Angel Reese introduction press conference was embarrassing. I don't want to sit here and talk about TMZ presents the fall of Diddy. Has TMZ done the fall of Harvey Weinstein or any other, Jeffrey Epstein? Did they do little hour-long, hit pieces on those people? Hang on a second. He called back. He's a good guy. Let me see if he's got his phone system together. Okay, did you make the adjustment? 704. Good evening.
I think I made it a little bit. You hear me?
Where are you? Are you at work with the head? You're at work with the headset on again? It sounds crazy, man. Sounds crazy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Can you call me another time? Call me another time. Gotta go. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. I can't let you kill the vibe. Wait a minute. There she is. Hey, Janet.
Hey, Star. How are you?
Janet, I'm alive. I was working in the garden all weekend. Life is great.
You growing some tomatoes?
I'm growing a whole lot of other stuff. Tomatoes is lightweight. I'm about to start cross-pollinating plum trees again, like I used to do in Pennsylvania.
You just cut off the bark and put another bark inside that bark?
It's not that easy, but go ahead. It's not that easy.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know. So let's talk about was slavery necessary, a necessary evil?
Please.
You want to talk about that?
That's on the showrunner. Yes, you have the floor.
Okay, well, I think slavery was necessary for the white man, not for the black man. Okay. It was not it was not necessary for us. Okay. It did not benefit us at any time in history, even today. It did not benefit us. It benefited them because, one, they had to have slavery because they didn't know how to wash up. So all the people were dying from the plague and everything because they knew how to make a gun, but they didn't know how to use soap and water. They didn't know what that was. So half of their population, or rather 3/4 of their population, was gone. So they had nobody to rebuild any country. You understand? And what they did is they dominated through trickery and through disease. and then they use the brainwash. They use our own history against us and brainwashed us.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and as far as slavery concerned, people keep saying, well, it was just slavery, but you got to understand it was chattel slavery, whereas they not only enslaved the parents, but the children, the grandchildren, and the great-great-great-grandchildren, the great-great-great-great-great, on and on and on, until it was so embedded in our minds that we were the creatures that they thought we were. And how that ties in to Caitlin and Reese is because...
Well, hang on a second now, because you're, to be fair, you're peddling that old black rhetoric. That old black rhetoric.
Okay.
They brainwashed us. We created everything, when in reality, a lot of black people, willingly gave up their creations, and if we're talking about who taught who how to wash, yada yada yada, there are Africans, surely you know this, who did not believe, nor do they still believe now, in soap and water on a daily basis, right? They pack mud on their, hang on, they pack mud on their bodies. They are actually healthier than people who take daily showers. You know that, yes?
No, what you're saying is, what I'm saying to you is that the white man, you had to have slaves because they didn't have anybody, because they didn't know what soap and water was. Or let's put it this way, they didn't know what hygiene was, how to keep their body healthy. Their whole continent from there to China was dying because they were spreading all kinds of diseases and stuff. It is no way they should be ruling the world anyway. And if it wasn't for the conniving and the guns and the lack of moral humanity, they wouldn't be ruling. See,
hang on a second, Janet. Stay with me, because I appreciate talking to you. The Himba indigenous people, estimated population of about 50,000, living in northern Nambia, northern Nambia, okay? And others that don't believe in quote-unquote bathing. You've heard of these people, Janet. Stop it.
What I'm saying is they have a form of hygiene.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm telling you is Europeans do not have any form of hygiene. Even to today, they debate should they wash their legs and their feet and other parts of their body. Yeah. They have no moral compass. You give them too much credit. They have no moral compass.
They pack on the powder and the perfume,
Yeah, and if we will stand, if we get our own way, we can become equal and put upon on a throne that we should be, on a height, on a tier that we should be, because there's no way in the world. If you look at all the inventions and all the things, even the fact of the American Revolution War, they would have lost that war to England if not been for the slaves teaching them how to do the immunization. Oh my God, I wish I could talk better. I can hear my son now. Oh, your speech impediment is acting up again. But
well, hang on a second, because I've had those conversations before. I don't want to go too far away from the main topic, Angel Reese. I've even done shows well over 15 years ago. How did black folks lose everything? So I hear what you're saying. It's that's a lot of that is people who want to believe in something but didn't necessarily do the research. I get it. Let's bring it back. To Angel Reese. Did you see the introduction press conference? That's very, very important to me. I looked at it and I said, wow, I felt bad for this young female who is a champion. Angel Reese, yes, no, Janet?
Well, I think some of it, but you got to remember, those events are based on budget and procurement office. If they don't give, so that's the Chicago, they didn't give out the money for that. That wasn't like a lot of people donated and gave everything to Caitlyn and made her this some sort of superhero princess basketball player. That falls on the community of Chicago and the Chicago team.
Exactly. The white folks got on code for Caitlin Clark. They pulled their resources. So yes, no?
No, it wasn't about pulling resources, because I work in procurement, and I know the money that I fight for certain events and stuff is, if they didn't budget it for her, she wasn't going to get it. And then you have to think to yourself, if that's what happened. It wasn't on her. It wasn't the people around her. It wasn't a community. It was the effort of the team. That team failed her.
Got you. Okay.
Point blank. It was the team that failed her. It wasn't a community. It was the team that she was going to play for. Failed her greatly, because they should have put the money into it. They did not.
I think we can agree on that. Yes. However, and again, I'll say this again: white folks got on code, and they found ways to make this a grand celebration. And it's always going to be comparing those two. You and I are old enough to know that they are going to turn Caitlyn and Angel Reese into the new Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, who revolutionized basketball, right? The NBA. Prior to Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, the NBA's ratings were in the toilet. They put those two guys against each other. They started doing, Converse commercials and all sorts of stuff. So I mean, I hope she'll be okay, but I just thought that was embarrassing. I'll let you finish up, Janet.
Well, all wars make money, no matter what level they're on. So it's not. So as long as everyone benefits from it, right. It's cool. Okay. But the thing is that scale is going to be uneven, because Reese is not going to get the money that she deserves, because they just don't see her. They don't see her as a person. Mm-hmm. They just don't see her. Sadly. And the sad part is, I wouldn't even care if they didn't see her as a person. I worry about us not seeing her as a woman, as an athlete, and as a person, as a human. Okay. So that's what I'm saying is, we got to get up and we got to put more effort into it, and not just with Reese, with each other.
Gotcha.
Because we have to start seeing each other as human, and as seeing each other as the greatness that we are. I'm not saying that we all kings and queens and stuff, but we are all human. Yeah. And we have to see each other like that, no matter.
If I can jump in for a second, Janet, if I can jump in for a second, I got your email. I don't want to say what you sent me, but two people got married. That was a very nice picture.
Oh, my eldest got married. My eldest got married. Yes.
I like the picture of the little dog that had on the little coat like a tuxedo. That was cute.
Yeah, he had on a tuxedo. Yeah, we all leaving.
Yeah.
We all leaving next month out of the country for the big ceremony. Yeah. I was so happy that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He married some type of, with all due respect, some type of high yellow, almost white female. Yes.
No, he married a Dominican. Her mother is black, but she, so yeah, but I love her. He gave her a 10-carat ring. Oh my God, I love her so much. I love him. I'm so happy for both of them.
I know you do.
I'm so happy for both of them. And then she
looked like Kim Kardashian.
Beautiful.
Janet, she looked like Kim Kardashian. But my question to you,
she looks better.
With all
she looks better. Okay. I dare you.
Okay.
She looks better.
Okay. But now, if your eldest son would have said, "Mom, I'm going to marry this girl, and she looks like a Janelle Monáe," would you be happy still?
Yes. He has dated a wide
stop the cap
variety of women, and when they first met, I remember when she was first met, she was so like, you know, quite. She was like a librarian, like she looked like and now she's just, you know,
stop the cap.
Finished college, her career is great. She's just beautiful, and I just love her. I just love her with all my heart. I love her with all my heart. She's my daughter now.
I know. Janet, I gotta go. I appreciate you. I gotta go. Thank you, Janet.
Okay, bye-bye.
I fuck with Janet heavy. Hang on a second. Somebody just said Caitlin Clark was wearing a Prada dress. Yeah, she looked great, man. Are you sure that was a Prada dress? And what type of shoes were those? They were probably Manolo Blahniks. She had the blazer jacket over her shoulders. Her face was beat, as they used to say. Do they still say that, troll babies? Her face was beat. Poor Angel Reese sitting there, knowing good goddamn well her eyebrows needed to be threaded. Her fucking the edges were coming up. God almighty. Malcolm, listen, I used to go see the Celtics play back in the days in the Boston Garden. I'm old, Malcolm. I'm old, man. Larry Bird used to talk crazy. Anybody in that live chat know some of the stuff that Larry Bird used to say? I remember on a few occasions, he used to say on the goddamn court, he would say, yo, to the ref, yo, can you wipe the ball off? I got activator all on my hands. And 2 or 3 people used to look. Yo, can you, I got, back in the days, they wore Jerry curl activator. Yo, can you wipe the activator off my hands? I'm trying to drop 30. He used to say crazy shit like that. And what was that? You know who would know? Left-handed. Oh, on a few occasions, Larry Bird was quoted as saying to other players, when I finish with you, you'll be too embarrassed to give out turkeys in the projects this year. Larry Bird used to talk crazy. But he did give credit to Michael Jordan, and I will always respect him for that. Well, didn't he say he referenced Michael Jordan as God? Yeah, Larry Bird was on that early thug life before Tupac, talking crazy. He said a lot of other crazy shit. I don't remember everything, but he says, "Oh my God." Hang on a second. Who is this? Area code 562. Are you there? Are you at the speed on the topic? 562. We're talking about Angel Reese, the introduction press conference. Embarrassing.
Yeah. I didn't see the press conference, but I can tell by the way things are going for her. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. How are you?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I can tell by the way things are going with her. It's just not. It ain't there for her. It ain't there because and the reason why her and Shaq supposedly talk to each other because Shaq got that Reebok deal and she got the Reebok deal, so that ain't nothing but cap. You see what I'm saying? So
where was Reebok? Hold on, stay with me. Why wasn't Reebok there at the press conference with big ass banners? Who was Reebok?
Right. That's what I was going. That's where I was going with that. Where were they at? That's what I was going to ask. Were they even there? You know what I mean? And as far as both of them go, this feel like I'm watching Clay Aiken and what Fat Boy Ruben Studdard.
Oh.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Clay Aiken getting all the shine and he runner up.
Right.
But Ruben Studdard got the championship basically. You see what I'm saying?
Girl, this is my story for 2004, right?
Right.
Oh, that was
right.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, we ain't shit though, because we clowned the shit out of his fat ass. We clowned him.
He can sing though. He can sing.
Yeah, he can sing. He's a great singer. I give it to him on that.
Yeah.
But I've been donating to you, dog. My name's not Luis.
Okay.
Louis. I'm the one that be singing you that crazy shit.
Oh, Louis. Well,
yeah.
Hang on. With all due respect, I thought it was Luis. That's how a lot of Hispanics spell it. No? Yes?
I know. No. They spell it as Luis. I'm Louis.
Okay, so yours is Louis?
Yeah.
Okay, and you spell it Louis?
Yeah.
Are you sure your name isn't Louis? You
Man, that's your white side coming out, because all the white folks, that's what they call me.
But now is it Louis short for Louis?
Nah, I'm Louis all the way.
Okay. My bad.
Not Lewis, but Louis.
Pardon self. Go ahead.
Nah, big nigga, you got it.
I appreciate
it. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. That's all I want to say.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Yes, sir.
All right, like.